Yo, brother, welcome. Thank you so much for signing up to the Relationship Audit Masterclass. I'm looking forward to jumping on live with you shortly. But before that, I wanted to run you through a short training to give you some extra value so you can go and take some action right away. This is service versus significance. Now, this is a really simple model. I'm going to run through it pretty quickly so you have an understanding. And really what we're trying to offer you here is an understanding of where you're lopsided in your relationship. Maybe you've got too much service and not enough significance. Maybe too much significance and not enough service. Whichever it is, you're going to get a pretty good insight into how you can start to bring more harmony and more grounded centeredness into your relationship. And rather than just managing or putting out fires or having to constantly retreat or overcome conflict, you're actually learning how to hold space and deepen with your partner because you've got a better understanding of how these two work together. They're not separate. They are actually two complementary forces that create a really beautiful, safe, passionate, wonderful relationship. All right, cool. We're going to jump straight into service. So here, service, we're going to put it over on this side. Service is your daily devotion. This is how you show up every day. The beautiful thing about the daily devotion is it's sensible, it's logical, and it's practical. So, with this, the daily devotion, what this looks like is you pay the bills, you help with the kids, you fix things around the house, you make sure everything's done. You're in maintenance mode when you're in service. So you are chopping wood, carrying, we call it the bucket work. Day in, day out, I show up and I'm reliable, I'm dependable, I'm consistent. So this is it. This is a beautiful piece. When we're focusing on our service, what we're looking to do is to create a sense of certainty, a sense of security, and we do this through consistency, right? Three things. With those three things, we're going to create some feelings, right? If our focus is on certainty, security, and consistency, we're going to feel something, right? And this lends itself to the way that men have been wired as well. We want to be sensible, we want to be logical, we want to be practical so that we're certain, we're safe, and we're consistent. That then gives us the feeling of being reliable. Then we are dependable. And when we're reliable and we're dependable, what we're doing is we're creating a sense of, oh, cool, this is someone that I can feel safe with. Now, safety is a big topic in the men's workspace, so we'll get deeper into that on the masterclass. But when we're creating reliability, dependability, what we're actually doing is we're just creating something that is familiar as well. So we want to feel a sense of familiarity here as well. We could call this familiar. I'm just going to try that, man. I'm not too sure there. But anyway, what I would call this is familiarity. We're creating a sense of routine. Cool. I know what I need to do. All I need to do is do it. Cool? Awesome. So here we've got feel. This is a really important thing. This is what most men are looking to create. I want to feel reliable. I want to feel dependable. I want to feel familiar. I want to create routines so things happen the way that I expect them to happen. Cool. Makes sense, right? Well, the issue is that when we spend too much time over here, we're going to end up falling into the shadow of this. If we don't have a good, healthy balance of both, then we're going to have to do all of this here, which is down into the shadow, which means we become predictable, which means we become, dare I say, boring. And predictable leads to boredom. It's like, oh, there's no newness, there's no aliveness, there's nothing else here. Like, where's the passion? Where's the excitement? Where's the newness? The issue here that this leads to, and it's just by nature. You stop leading, you don't lead, and instead you manage. Cool. So we've got a clear understanding of what service is, right? Daily devotion. Most likely you're the guy over here that says, see, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing all the things that my dad didn't do for my mother. I'm showing up how a man should show up and doing everything for his woman. But for some reason, you've become predictable. You've become boring. She won't follow you because all you're doing is managing. You're not creating any newness, any aliveness, any passion to keep the relationship alive. So that's why we need to come over here and we have to take a look at the grand gesture. In the name of love, I declare my feelings for you in a way that is beyond logic, in a way that is beyond sense. This is beyond the mind. This is matters of the heart. So when we step over here into the grand gesture, what we're looking at is some really key pieces here. It's initiatory. You're not waiting for something to respond to. You're initiating. The next piece here is that you are spontaneous. So you are looking at creating a new experience for you and your partner. Initiate, you spontaneous, and the third thing here is courage. Courage to be vulnerable and go beyond the known. So these are all beautiful, beautiful sentiments and need to be included for your relationship to really thrive. The focus over here, the focus. As always, these are all about creating harmony, remember? We want to create harmony between the two. So with this stuff here, this significant stuff, this grand gesture stuff, look at what we're looking at here on a focus level is we're looking for risk. We're looking for a sense of adventure. And when did you and your partner do something new? When did you guys actually go out and do something that you've never done before, right? When have you ever gone to a new restaurant? Like, tell me, how many times have you guys gone out in the last 12 months? How many times have you invested in your relationship a little more than makes sense? Have you dropped a bit of extra cash on an Airbnb and spent the weekend away? Have you got the babysitter and gone and done the thing that needs to happen for your relationship to remain alive and passionate? Because if you haven't, you're going to miss out on the things that you're wanting to feel, which is the main part, man. This is the core of what we're looking to create. We want to know what it's like to feel, right? So there's 3 key things here that you want to feel. You want to feel passionate. You want to feel alive. And you want to feel attractive. These 3 things are so important and are what's most of the time missing for men in their relationship. They're like, I was just doing everything that I thought I was meant to do, and now there's this whole new thing that I don't understand. It's because you haven't been focusing on creating any significance in your relationship and you've just been a maintenance man around the home, in the partnership. You've been in service, but you haven't actually been stepping into leadership. So the shadow, though, that happens if you try to always be insignificant and you don't ever slow down and be of service, the shadow over here is that you're just unreliable. You're always off on a whim, chasing the sun, looking for the next big thing. Chaotic and reckless rather. So you don't actually stop and consider everyone involved before you make a decision. So there's a lack of attunement and a lack of awareness here, which is really, really important to understand that you need to really, really be a little wider in your decision making, have some more discernment. And the final piece here is that your focus is, like the shadow here is at intensity. Always at 11 out of 10. So you actually don't know how to relax. What this leads to is, is untrustworthy. I can't trust you when you're in the shadow. So you can see here that both of these are necessary, but quite often we only spend time over here in the daily devotion. Or maybe you're over here and you're constantly running off into the sunset, always doing intense things, being chaotic, being reckless, and not really thinking about the container of your relationship. I'm going to speak to you about one final piece here. And over here, this daily devotion, this is, hey, I'm going to look after us. And over here is, hey, I'm going to take us to places that we never thought we'd be able to go to. And I'm going to lead, and I'm going to boldly take you with me. And the beautiful thing here is that both of these are required. They're both sides of the same coin. Service over here says, I care about looking after what we've created. And significance says, I will lead us into something even greater than what we've already done. What a beautiful, beautiful collaboration of two wonderful energies. These are both required. Now, the way that I look at this, just to give you the final piece before we close down this, we've already been going nearly 11 minutes. So the final piece here, men, what I really want you to understand, if you thought of a campsite, right, and there's a beautiful fire in the middle, and you spend all your time cleaning the campsite, you're moving the logs, cleaning up, making sure that the camp kitchen's fine, making sure the tents are all set up, making sure the food's all where it needs to go, you're tending around, putting all the lights up, and you forget about the fire, and then the fire goes out, well, then you've got a wonderful campsite, but then you've got no fire. There's nothing to keep the camp alight. You can't see. You're in the dark. So tell me where you've been focusing on managing your relationship, and then all of a sudden the spark's gone and you're 3 years in maybe, or in 12 months down the track, and you're like, hang on, we haven't had sex. We haven't been out on date night maybe once or twice in the last year. Hey, oh my God, I've completely forgotten about the fire at the middle. So what I would encourage you to do is yes, continue to show up, continue to keep the campsite clean, but don't forget to put logs on the fire. Don't forget to feed the thing that is really keeping the passion and the flame of love alight within the relationship. So this is super simple, man. Do things every day to make sure that there's a sense of certainty, security, and consistency, but do not forget to create grand gestures, take risks, go on adventures, explore the unknown. Book that weekend away, drag her into the hallway, make love on the kitchen bench. Put the music on a Sunday and go out and buy the ingredients for pancakes. Make your relationship a place where the passion and the attraction and the aliveness is filling both of you up. Your relationship can be something that amplifies and increases the quality of your life, not takes from it. So men, service and significance, don't forget it. This is going to be a beautiful runway into the Relationship Audit Masterclass. You're going to get a whole heap of reminders. Make sure that you get on this masterclass. I'm going to be delivering a whole lot more value, speaking about authentic relating, going through the quiz, making sure you can see on a deeper level where you're missing the mark so you can step up and be the leader and the lover that your relationship deserves. I'll see you there. Bless up and big love. You.